Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Denard Span will come forward to lead things off as this NL Division Series is about to take flight.
And these guys come in here on a high following their wild card victory. So even though they won't have the home field advantage, they do have that momentum going for them and a postseason win under their belts already.
A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike one.
First pitch, 7:07.
Lester's ready. Here it is on 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Oh, he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
And with the light rain falling the way it is here at game time, if you're a speed threat, a slick field can really work to your advantage. It's tough to make the plays out there on the infield. Hit the ball on the ground and run, but it's not going to help you if you don't put the ball in play.
Brandon Belt will stand in, held hitless in the wild card game victory.
Yeah, and they wound up not needing him in that victory, but if they plan on making any noise in these playoffs, he's going to have to be a guy they lean on.
Cut fastball inside, ball one. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
There's Baez. Throw gets him, 2 down. Buster Posey will stand in, one of the heroes of the wild card game victory that got him into this division series.
Yeah, he had some pressure-filled at-bats in that ball game. He delivered in a big way.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls the strike zone.
The windup and the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat to get the pitch he's looking for.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Over to get it now is Pagan as he takes charge for the first out.
Batting second.
Settling in now, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1. Scorched to third. Nunez comes up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting third.
Anthony Rizzo gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Back goes Pence, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. His first homer here in the series, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0. swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Throw in time, and the side is retired. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. Second inning coming up, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Hunter Pence makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. Lester into his motion. Here's the first pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss that time by Pence as he falls behind here 0-2.
Well, this is one of those guys that's got to keep the ball down in the strike zone. He's never going to overpower you. He just needs to use that sinking fastball and the changeup to get guys to hit the ball on the ground. Watch as this game goes along, the ground ball to fly ball ratio.
And it's a fly out to start the second, one away.
Brandon Crawford.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. 0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Well, tough to start a game much better than this. He's run through these first 5 guys pretty easily. This is already his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Looks like he's in it for the long haul here.
Angel Pagan into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. Boy, and slow out of the box that time as he's tagged out quickly. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the second. Ben Zobrist will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Zobrist.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Hit well on the ground to first. Oh, and he whiffs on it at first. It's right by him into right. Jason Hayward will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
0-1, here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second, fielded by Panic. On to first, and they get the double play.
Batting 7, the shortstop.
Addison Russell gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into the seats, 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. Hard liner toward short. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. David Ross set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. And he falls behind 0-2. Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And here's where, on the mound, you got to tell yourself, he did everything right there. This was an 0-2 pitch, and he did a great job of getting him to hit it on the ground. Just happens to find a hole on the right side. I mean, what are you going to do?
John Lester is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you've got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
2-1. Here it is. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now Lester squares and gets this one down. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends. Joe Pennant will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Check swing grounder to the right side. And he is in there. The pitcher, Johnny Cueto, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Eduardo Nunez is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span, as Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Lester sets. 0-2 pitch on its way. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Dexter Fowler digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single. Stepping in, Chris Bryant. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Bullet back up the middle. Span is there, and he has it for the first out. Ready now, Anthony Rizzo. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, and he hit a changeup, so we'll see if he sees that pitch again. He didn't really crush it, but he got enough of it to get it out of here.
To Crawford for one. On to first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Cubs 1, and the Giants nothing. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here for San Francisco. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Lester gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And so far he's been real effective using that inside part of the plate tonight. I don't think that pitch was even in the strike zone, and Showtrack will confirm that for us right now. But I guess he felt like it was close enough that he had to take a rip at it.
Buster Posey is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. He'll take this in without much trouble, and 2 are gone here to start the 4th.
We'll take a look at this on Showtrack, and that's been an effective location for him so far. He's really been handcuffing these guys inside, and he gets another pop-up out of it.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. That's by him for strike 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Giants down in order. They still trail 1-0. Javier Baez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Second baseman, Javier Baez.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Underneath it is Panic, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion. And you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. He'll be feeling that one all night long.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Look out. 2-0 now.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, a pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
This is pulled into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The right fielder, number 22.
Jason Hayward will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Cueto will go to first, and the runner back safely. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. But this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Up next,
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's Addison Russell. And Cueto starts him out with strike 1.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Hard hit towards center. A dive, but it'll get past him out in center, and this could roll till tomorrow. Around third now is Zobrist. In to score is the runner from first. It's a 2-0 ball game.
I tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
David Ross started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1.
Even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Lake making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. And that misses 2 and 2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. And if you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Caught off at the plate, and will do it again. All even at 2 and 2. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. We played 4. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Brandon Crawford will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
ground ball right side. Put the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
Now batting.
An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the fifth. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Angel Pagan stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Lester has his target. Here comes the first pitch. And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after them.
Bases are empty, one man out. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Fowler has a beat on it. 2 down.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Joe Panik will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here. And you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. John Lester comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Pitcher, Sean Lester.
First pitch on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Span giving chase. But he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. And a very quick start to the inning here. It's a first pitch double. Dexter Fowler will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Skied into straightaway right. Hence moves over. Oh, he can't hold on to it. Hence able to get it quickly into the infield, and as a result, that'll hold the runner at third base.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what's happening here. He's focused so much on lining up to make this throw that he actually forgets to catch the ball first. And he's going to get hit with an error for his efforts here. Or maybe you'd call it lack of effort.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Well, this is a pretty hard-hit ball, and I thought for a second that he might have had a shot at the plate. But he thinks about it for a second and takes the sure out instead, and that allows that runner to come in and score.
From the stretch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul for strike 2. 1 out and a runner on third. Sent out to straightaway center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game.
Well, they were looking for at least a sac fly here, and fortunately for them, they had the right man for the job at the plate. So, nice work to come through and drive home an important run.
Javier Baez will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Line towards center field. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 giant error, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 4 and the Giants nothing. Gregor Blanco will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 7, Gregor Blanco.
First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Tap foul at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Boy, you talk about a guy getting himself in a groove. How about 10 in a row he's retired now? He's just making it look easy.
Digging in, Eduardo Nunez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Chop foul over towards the dugout. 1 out, nobody on. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Denard Span will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Chop foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. It's the Cubs 4 and the Giants.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over now. It's the right-hander Sergio Romo that gets the call. And there is Jason Hayward. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Pagan on the move, and this will wind up a foul ball. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Hayward is retired, and there's one away.
The shortstop.
Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. First delivery to him on the way. Hit to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
The catcher, number 3.
David Ross will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
John Lester will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Helping his own cause right there, and no need to wait for the RBI guys to drive him in. He says, you know what? I can be an RBI guy too. That's a great at-bat right there, and that drives in a run.
Dexter Fowler steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that will be ruled a strike. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Panic is there. Over to Crawford at the bag, and the force play will end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left on. Brandon Belt is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, and he's really getting over the top of that curveball.
Chopped weakly to the left. Russell has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Buster Posey will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Yeah, ground ball out to start the 7th. Now an 0-2 count. He's looking sharp as ever.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Hunter Pence stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
No runs, just 1 hit, and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco. High in the air out to center field. Fowler is there. And that's the 3rd out. Giants down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5. Chris Bryant steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And another foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Anthony Rizzo will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses again, 2-0.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Line drive to left. And that'll get down in front of Pagan for a base hit. The relay. And he will beat the throw into second as he slides in safely with a 1-out double.
Second baseman, number 9.
Javier Baez digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Pause, and the 0-2. Hit hard to short. There is Crawford. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder
Ben Zobrist will step in. A ground out victim as last time. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Well, when you break it all down, there are 3 things you got to have to be successful. Pitching, defense, and the clutch hitting. These guys have been able to ride all 3 so far. That's a big 2-out RBI there.
Jason Hayward is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. A 2-run home run that time for Jason Hayward. His first homer so far in the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
My guess is that Posey wanted this pitch to be down a bit more, but instead you can see where it winds up, and that is not a location you're going to get away with all too often.
Joe Nathan will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Joe Nathan.
Here's Addison Russell. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And if you're going to work away with a 2-seam fastball, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. Here, as you can see, he starts it on the corner. So you know what's going to happen. It's going to leak right back out over the heart of the plate. And that's a mistaken location, pure and simple.
Nathan sets. Here it is on 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now.
He's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
It's hard to believe that for all the runs that have been scored, this is just their first walk of the ball game. What they've gotten, they've had to earn it, and they're going to get another base runner right now.
John Lester will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn, he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away. Dexter Fowler comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Down the first baseline. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. 1 run scores. And not in time as the second run scores. Chris Bryant gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
And that's in there. Base hit. And a relay to the plate is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good. Brandon Crawford will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball. Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they've just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no, he lost track of it and it falls. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
1 out, nobody on. This one's flared out toward left. And this is taken in easily, and just like that, 2 are gone to start the 8th inning.
Now batting, second baseman
Joe Panic will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off. I don't think he liked that pitch much at all.
I don't blame him. That looked a little fishy right there.
Two out, nobody on. Up and in. And this one sends him to the ground. It's ball 2.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Ground ball left side. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. And now Boch is going to make his way out toward home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Will Smith will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Now playing second base and batting in the 8th spot, number 37.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 0-1, here it comes. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second of the game as the blowout continues.
Thank goodness. This is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Here's Javier Baez. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. Ben Zobrist digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors. Kelby Tomlinson will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Aroldis Chapman will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless.
Aroldis Chapman.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
Chapman's ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. A reminder that post-game highlights will follow the conclusion of this playoff matchup, so stick around right after this one ends. Eduardo Nunez stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
That might have been his best swing of the night there. He was right on it.
Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. And this is fouled straight back. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Remember now, Chapman's a guy that hit 105 back in his rookie year. I mean, I don't know what exactly it is that makes him throw the ball so hard, but whatever it is, he is really exciting to watch.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, this is one that wasn't exactly keeping you on the edge of your seat, but if you're a fan of offense, then you had to enjoy it. And they get the victory here by a double-digit margin.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 11-0. Good night from Chicago.